the National Railway Museum, Leemans Road, York. This is part of the Science Museum Group in the UK. It's free entry, but they recommend a £5 donation. That's a little land train that you can get in and out of York. That's a map of the site, which they're expanding. So there's some 6,000 items on display, and 100 of them are locomotives, which you can see. The museum was established in 1975 on this site. Has a car park which is £10 all day, and it's serviced by Park and Ride around York, and there's obviously the land train that you just saw. There are a lot of features there, so there's interactive zone for children. There's a few different warehouses, with the trains and parts and machinery in. This filming solely done on the locomotive area. Inside here there's a Flying Scotsman virtual reality experience which you can have a go at. So why trains then? So we already had steam power or stationary engines at the time, but there was a need to move heavy loads as industrial output needed to grow. So in February the 21st, 1804, in South Wales, an ironworks, the first steam train moved iron ore. And then for a passenger line in 1825, George Stephenson had locomotive number 1 on the Stockton and Darlington Railway, which moved people. So in 1829, Stephenson's rocket wins the Rainhill Trials, which then paved the way for intercity railways. You had the first diesel train in 1912 in Germany, and the UK's first electric train was in 1883 in Brighton. Look at those amazing carriages, and imagine what it would have been like at the time to ride on one of those. So trains grew out of the Industrial Revolution because they needed to move heavy materials and coal, etc. And obviously production ramped up. But trains also gave efficiency and speed over what was used at the time, such as horses or canal boats, etc. But it drove economic growth and also social transformation. So people could commute into a city from further out for work. People used the train to go to the coast for holiday. News could spread across the country. The time zone was all united because of the speed of rail. And then because Britain had the empire, they spread the rail, the trains, the bridges, turntables, etc. all across the empire, which then drove the same industrialization across the world. And the Germans, the Belgians all used the same technology then once it was there to compete. So Britain transported its manufactured goods, it sent its engineers and the skill and the knowledge out into the world, and at the time this reshaped the modern world as we knew it. There we have the Mallard, which is the fastest recorded steam train on record at 126 miles an hour. A record it set in 1938. Inside the museum there are a couple of cafes. There are trains you can go inside, like the Japanese bullet train and some of the others, to see what the carriages were like. One of my favourite spots, the model railways. There's two of them and they have benches in front and they're always busy with people sat having picnics and the children pressed against the glass. So all generations are fascinated with trains. But the history shows us just how transformative to the world that these trains were. And as I mentioned earlier, the site at York's being expanded, so they're going to join different warehouses together, so there's more for people to see. So even if you've been in the past, once the renovations are all complete, come back and visit again, because it'll be a new experience. As I said, I'm not a train spotter. Let me just get the number 30925. But yeah, it doesn't stop you being fascinated with trains.